In the vast expanse of time, our story begins. In the heart of the Mediterranean, a small island holds a colossal secret. This is Malta, 6,000 years ago, a world untouched by time. Here, a Neolithic community thrived, living in harmony with the land. Their homes were simple structures, built from the earth itself. They were farmers and artisans, their lives dictated by the seasons. With skilled hands, they shaped clay, creating vessels for life. A close-knit community, bound by shared beliefs and traditions. Their tools were crafted from the materials nature provided: stone, bone, and horn. As darkness fell, they gathered, sharing stories under the stars. The night sky was their map, their calendar, and their connection to the divine. They looked to the cosmos, perhaps pondering life, death, and the beyond. But their greatest ambition lay not above, but deep within the earth. A plan was conceived, a subterranean mirror of their temples on the surface, a monumental decision to build a sanctuary for the ages, a place to connect the world of the living with the realm of the ancestors. They chose a site of solid Globigerina limestone, a blank canvas for their vision. They believed the earth itself held a sacred, life-giving power. With the most basic of tools, the colossal task began. The first stone was moved, marking the start of a 1,000-year project. An entire community united by a single, unwavering purpose. Their shared faith fueled their immense and difficult undertaking. An estimated 20,000 tons of rock and earth were carried out by hand. Slowly, the first chambers began to take shape from the darkness. Inside, lit only by animal fat lamps, the carving continued relentlessly. Days turned into years, and years into decades of constant labor. The upper level, a rough-hewn echo of a natural cave, was complete. The sacred knowledge and the work were passed from one generation to the next. This was the first layer of their subterranean world. But this was only the beginning. Their ambition would take them deeper still. Their ambition was fueled by a deep, spiritual belief system. They worshipped a powerful Earth Mother, a goddess of fertility and life. For them, the earth was not just rock and soil. It was a sacred, living entity. They believed life emerged from the darkness below, like a seed from the ground. To be buried within the earth was to return to the goddess's womb. It was a promise of rebirth, a completion of life's eternal cycle. This underground temple was to be a place of passage between worlds. Led by a priestly class, the community shared this profound vision. These spiritual leaders guided the rituals and oversaw the great work. They held the knowledge of the seasons, the stars, and the sacred plans. They marked the solstices in their temples, aligning stone with the cosmos. This cosmic alignment was crucial, linking their work to the heavens. The entire project was an act of communal devotion, a prayer in stone. Every family contributed, offering their labor as a sacred duty. It was a society united by a singular, monumental purpose. This was not the work of a single lifetime. It was a promise to the future. Children grew up in the shadow of the great project, hearing its stories. They learned the sacred craft from their elders, watching and helping. The skills of the carvers were passed down through generations. A father would teach his son, who would one day teach his own. The memory of the original vision was kept alive through oral tradition. As decades turned into centuries, their resolve never wavered. Life on the surface continued: feasts, births, and seasonal rituals. But the work below ground was a constant, sacred hum beneath their feet. They were building a legacy not of kings or empires, but of faith, a testament to their connection with the earth and the eternal. With the upper level complete, the true challenge was about to begin. They prepared to descend deeper into the heart of the stone, to carve a space of unparalleled beauty and spiritual power. The second phase of the great construction was at hand. With no knowledge of metal, their ingenuity was their greatest tool. Hard, coralline limestone was chipped and shaped to use as hammers. Sharp flakes of flint from nearby sources became their cutting edges. Obsidian, a volcanic glass from distant islands, was a prized material. They used the strong antlers of deer as picks to pry away softer rock. Each chamber was carved by thousands upon thousands of patient strikes. The sound of chipping stone would have echoed relentlessly in the dark. Debris was painstakingly collected in woven baskets and animal hides. A human chain of workers passed the heavy loads up to the surface. The sheer volume of excavated rock is a testament to their tireless effort. Inside, the air was thick with limestone dust and the smoke from lamps. This was grueling, dangerous work undertaken in near total darkness. Yet their craftsmanship shows not haste, but meticulous care. They were not merely digging, they were sculpting a sacred space. Their skill was about to reach its absolute zenith on the middle level. Descending further, they began to carve with newfound artistry. This level was designed to be a mirror of their temples above ground. They sculpted doorways with trilithon shapes directly from the rock. This created the illusion of a post and lintel structure built underground. The main chamber is a circular space, the heart of the complex. From here, several decorated doorways lead to other sacred rooms. The walls were smoothed with immense effort, creating a polished finish. They were recreating the world of the living in the realm of the dead. The most remarkable room is known as the Holy of Holies. Here the carving is at its most intricate and sophisticated, a series of trilithons perfectly nested within each other. It is a breathtaking feat of subterranean architecture and design. This was a space reserved for the most important rituals, a place where the priests would commune with the spirits. But one chamber held a truly unique and mysterious power. This is the Oracle Chamber, a room with a special acoustic secret. A small niche is carved into the wall at head height. When a man speaks into it with a low voice, a strange thing happens. The sound is amplified, resonating powerfully throughout the entire complex. The frequency, around 110 Hz, can have a physical effect on the human brain. It is thought to induce a trance-like state, heightening spiritual awareness. The entire temple was designed to be a sensory, immersive experience. Now, to complete their vision, they brought color into the darkness. Using red ochre, a mineral pigment, they began to paint the ceilings. This sacred color symbolized blood, life, and rebirth. They painted intricate spirals, dots, and flowing patterns. These symbols represented eternity, the cosmos, and the life-giving goddess. They are the only examples of prehistoric painting found on the Maltese islands. In the flickering lamplight, these designs would seem to move and dance. The effect would have been mesmerizing, almost hypnotic. Finally, they carved the deepest and final level. This was the necropolis, the true resting place for their dead. The 7 chambers here are smaller, more intimate spaces. Over centuries, the remains of over 7,000 people were laid to rest here. Each burial was a solemn ritual, a return to the Mother Earth. After 1,000 years of continuous labor, the great Hypogeum was complete. It stood as the crowning achievement of their culture and their faith. For a time, it served its sacred purpose as a temple and tomb. But the society that built it was destined to fade away. Around 2500 BC, the Maltese temple culture vanished from history. The reasons for their disappearance remain a profound mystery. The entrance to the Hypogeum was sealed, perhaps intentionally. It was lost to memory, buried under layers of earth and time. For the next 4,500 years, it would lie in perfect silence, a forgotten world waiting patiently in the darkness to be found again. Above the sleeping temple, the world outside was relentlessly changing. New peoples arrived on Malta's shores, bringing new gods and new ways of life. Bronze Age warriors built fortified settlements, their world one of conflict. The Phoenicians came, master sailors who turned the island into a trading post. Then the Romans came, who built villas and farmed the land above. The Arabs followed, giving the Maltese language its unique foundation. The Knights of St. John arrived, transforming Malta into a Christian fortress. They built great cities and fought epic battles like the Great Siege of 1565. Then came Napoleon, and finally, the British Empire. Throughout these millennia of history, no one knew what lay beneath their feet. The memory of the temple builders had been completely erased by time, until the dawn of the 20th century in the growing town of Pola. The year is 1902. Malta's population is expanding rapidly. A project is underway to build new housing for the local workers. A team of construction workers is digging cisterns for the new homes. As one worker struck the ground, his tool suddenly punched through into empty space.
After breaching the ceiling of a vast, unknown underground chamber, builders initially tried to conceal their discovery to protect their profitable construction project, even using the ancient temple to dump debris. However, this secret eventually reached Father Manuel Magri, a pioneer of Maltese archaeology, who began the first formal investigations of the site. Following his passing, Sir Temi Zamet, a renowned archaeologist, took over and recognized it as a complete prehistoric sanctuary. Excavations revealed pottery, beads, amulets, bones, and the Sleeping Lady of the Hypogeum, a Neolithic masterpiece carved from clay, whose true meaning remains a mystery. The discovery, though a triumph, led to a crisis as uncontrolled exposure damaged the delicate red ochre paintings and destroyed its unique microclimate. The site was closed for many years until a cutting-edge environmental control system was installed to regulate temperature, humidity, and CO2 levels, protecting its fragile environment. Today, the Hypogeum is a protected and precious UNESCO World Heritage Site with modern, non-invasive walkways, carefully managed lighting, and strictly limited access due to its fragility, allowing only a handful of visitors each hour. It stands as a unique testament to a lost civilization, a masterpiece of human ingenuity, faith, and perseverance, hidden for millennia just beneath our feet. The Hypogeum of Hal Saflieni, a journey into the heart of the earth.